Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another Tea and Tarot Time with Julie. Grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever it is you want. I got water, glass of water. We are looking at your air signs for today. All right, so this is for mid-January for my air signs. That's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, and we're looking at the overview for my air signs for the rest of the month, so mid-January through to the end of the month. Okay, let's have a look what's going on then. All right, I'm going to start off with the wisdom of the oracle. Then we're going to add in some tarot, and we're going to see what is going on for my air signs. All right, okie dokie, what do we have for the air signs, please? What does the beautiful energy above from spirit want to share with my earth signs? Okay, we've got happy. All right, that just came out for the earth signs, but it came out last, not first. Okay, we have not for you. Something's not for you here, and it's time to go. Okay, that's pretty clear then. Something isn't for you. Right, why? Let's talk about these before we move on to the tarot. Let's have a little chat here. The happy card obviously is a very good card. 26 is an 8. 8s are about abundance and flow and all the good stuff coming in. She's sitting on top of that egg, and the eggs represent the good stuff cracking open. So whatever it is that you're wanting, we want it to crack open. So you're very focused at this time on your happiness. Am I happy? In my job, in my relationship, in my home, in my location, in my health, in my well-being? Am I happy? And this is a wonderful question to ask yourself, not in a moany, groany, bitchy way, but in a terms of, you know, that's perhaps not so good. That's perhaps I could be happier. All right. So what can I then do about it? So what you're doing is you're looking at your happiness and you're saying, right, what isn't for me? What's blocking my happiness? What's reducing my happiness? You know, if you've got that Sunday night dread feeling, all right, I used to have that when I worked in the rat race. You know, Sunday night's like, oh God, you know, back to work, and you get through the week and survive to the weekend, recover over the weekend, and then do it again on a Monday. When we're in that state, that situation, then it's pretty clear that that job, that role, that experience isn't for me anymore. It could be anything. It could be to do with your health. Every time you eat that certain thing, your body screams at you in some way, shape or form, and you just know that's not for me. I can't eat that or drink that anymore. Right, what isn't for you? Because whatever it is, it's time for you to go from it. It's time for you to put it behind you. It's a 45, that's a 9. 9 is nearly there, coming to the end, completion. She's heading towards a new doorway here. She's running away from something. Time to go. She's putting it behind her. That's done for me. Male or female, don't worry about the gender. Something is done. You are ready. And whatever this is blocking your happiness in some way. Now, that doesn't just have to be about feeling happy emotionally. All right, happiness or unhappiness displays itself in multiple different ways. We tend to think of happiness, oh, I'm laughing, I'm smiling, I'm in a really good mood, I'm really happy, right? But it's much more than that when we think about it, all right? Is our body happy? Right, if we're feeding it a load of sugar, alcohol, lots of foods that you're perhaps intolerant to, your body's not happy. You might be in a great mood, but your body's in a very bad mood. I want you to look at different areas. Is your finances happy? Are your finances happy? You know, look at all of it and say, right, because that's not for me anymore. Not for you. This is a little chessboard here. All right, and it's saying, right, it doesn't matter how many times I move those pieces, you know, into different places, it's not working for me. I need to go. I need to change that. So what is it we need to change? I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot. I don't use these very often other than to occasionally clarify, but I want to use them today for you for my air signs. Right, tell me what we have, please. Okay, we've got the Devil, which also came out for the earth signs, all right? Addictions, restrictions, limitations, all right? Something here is getting in the way of your happiness. Now, we've got the Lovers, and we've got the Three of Swords. For some of you, this is about a relationship that is done, all right? Page of Pentacles, Six of Coins, and the Three of Wands. Oh, yeah. All right, this is pretty clear. Okay, so let's look at these, all right? They're a bit wonky. Are they wonky? No, it's my camera's wonky. Let's see if we can straighten the camera a bit. Hold on. All right, give me a second. Wait a minute. There we are, sorted. You'll always know when I've been cleaning my office because my camera's off. Because I've been cleaning everything and it moves everything around. I did a cleaning spree this weekend, and so that's what it was about. Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about this. Okay, you've got these two major arcana here with the Devil and the Lovers. And with it being under the not for you and time to go and the Three of Swords, these are all pretty strong messages for you that something is no longer for you. Now, this, for some of you, is about a current relationship. Now, there's two different types of relationships. One is a romantic relationship and the other is friends and family. Okay, so for some of you, this can be your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, somebody you're seeing that is just not right for you. You thought it was going to be great, right? But it's restricting, it's controlling, it's narcissistic, it's toxic, it's getting in the way, it's not for you anymore, and it's got to go. All right. Now, we've also got quite strong energy here within relationships that are not necessarily romantic. So your relationship with a job is a relationship. It could be your boss, your colleagues, or the job itself, the company itself. We need to part ways. This could also be a family member or friend that just because we've got the Lovers, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are romantically lovers. This could be an adult child. This could be a parent. This could be, you know, anybody that is around you, really, that it's not for you anymore. Perhaps you've been looking after somebody, being a carer. Perhaps you've been taken advantage of for being very kind and helpful, and somehow they've got their feet under the table and they don't want to go. And so it's just difficult, challenging, painful, because the Three of Swords is emotional pain. But if I'm going to be happy, I have to find my way out of this. I have to look at it and examine it and say, it is bringing down my happiness. It is reducing me, restricting me, getting in the way of my own happiness. Now, it's lovely that we can be helpful and supportive and be there for others. But when it goes on too long and it's now at my detriment and it is harming me, that's when I need to draw a line. That's when I need to say, sorry, but not sorry. We need to do something about this. Okay, so let's look at it then. We've got the happy. We've discussed the egg. You know, I choose happiness. I'm allowed to be happy. And something or someone is blocking it, reducing it, getting in the way. So I'm going to acknowledge it, because the devil is here trying to restrict me, trying to control me. These are the Lovers here that are chained, all right? Chained, the chains that bind you to the devil, toxicity. This is also about addictions and anything that is going to reduce your energy, your light, your positivity, your income, anything that gets in the way and restricts you in any way. So we need to look at it and say, right, that has got to go. The Page of Pentacles is underneath saying here, when I align with it, and that's the key, when I align with it, I can open myself up to new opportunities for a new job, for new income, for new security, for new stability. We can very often be happier on our own than we could ever be in a relationship, particularly when it's the wrong relationship. I guarantee you, you'll be happier on your own than you would be in a bad relationship. So you're looking for those opportunities that are going to bring in greater sense of security. The Page of Pentacles can talk about a new job, a new income, a side hustle, yes, but it's not just money. It's anything where your security and your stability is going to be better for you. So we're examining what's not for you. We're really looking at it, and we're particularly looking at it in terms of romantic relationships. But as I said, look outside of that as well. All relationships, including your relationship with your body, with food, with drink, with movement, with your location. All of these are relationships. You have a relationship with your home, with your geographical location, even with your car. You have relationships with basically everything you touch, or in some form of relationship with it. So have a look at it, because what we want is to get to this Six of Coins. This is the card of generosity, of receiving, of having more than enough. So we want to get to this place of having more than enough, whether it's more than enough appreciation, kindness, being treated the way you should be being treated, whether it is income, whether it's recognition. We are moving towards this, but a decision needs to be made. That's the thing with the Lovers, and it's right in the middle of your reading. I need to make a decision. The choice is yours. You are not restricted unless you believe you are. If you believe you're helpless and hopeless and the devil's got all the power, then, and that there's nothing you can do about it, then you're correct. But as soon as you start realizing that the chains that bind you are loose and you can undo them, you can extricate yourself from them, as soon as you make the decision to do so, I'm out of here, I'm done, I'm off, it's not for me anymore, it is time for me to go, so that I can receive what I'm due, what I deserve. And it might be difficult, it might be painful. We've got the Three of Swords here. It's not easy leaving a relationship. It's not easy ending a friendship. It's not easy walking away from a job. But sometimes we need to, for our own preservation, for our own mental health, emotional health, physical health, our well-being, because you want to expand. You've got the Three of Wands here. This is growth opportunities. If I'm restricted and I'm in a box, I have no options. I can't go anywhere. I am penned in, hemmed in. But as soon as I push myself out of that, the world opens up. And that's the thing with the Three of Wands. He's looking out at the horizon. He can see the ships there on the horizon. We've got new life coming up on these wands. We've got the opportunity here of my ships coming in. Also opportunities for travel, trips, moving, especially across water. And that doesn't have to be moving abroad. It can literally be moving across a river into a different county, a different state, a different place. I'm ready to look at other horizons, because whatever this is that is in the way, that is restricting me with the devil, it is time for me to go. Now, the devil is also addictions. So is it time for me to quit that habit, behavior, so that I can get happy and healthy and open up my life to so much more? It's not easy quitting something. And I said this to the earth signs because they also had similar message, that, you know, if you look at it as I'm giving it up, or I'm losing, I leave the relationship, I'm losing my relationship. No, I'm gaining my freedom. I'm gaining my health and well-being. Look at what you're gaining rather than what you're losing, because something here is not for you anymore and it's time to go. Okay? Let's find out some more. I'm going to clarify with this deck, which is the Tarot Royale. Okay, so we've got Justice with the Five of Wands with that Devil card. So it's not easy to do this. The Five of Wands is a battle energy. It's arguments and difficulty and competition. But with that Justice card there, you see, this can be the lawyer, the divorce. This can be getting out of a contract, cancelling a contract, giving you notice. Yeah, you know, you can have my week, fortnight, month notice, whatever I've got to give. Making sure I'm wrapping up the loose ends and doing it legally and doing it properly. And I am doing what I need to do to get myself out of this devil energy, which is fears, restrictions, feeling trapped, addictions, anything that's getting in the way that blocks you from your true happiness. As you step into these, the Page of Pentacles here with this, I'm open to these opportunities, show me the way. Show me the way. For some of you, you need a lawyer. You need some legal advice. You're opening up also to fairness and balance and justice. And we've got the High Priestess with the Seven of Wands. So we're going to tap into our intuition, our higher self. We're stepping into asking our inner being, show me, help me, guide me. And it will. And stepping into the Seven of Wands, which is the courage of your convictions, standing up for yourself, standing your ground, putting those boundaries down, saying no more. I am ready to step into my power. Let's find out a little bit more about this. Not for you and the lovers. Tell me more, please, about this combination. Knight of Wands. Page of Pentacles again. So Page is out here twice. They're saying there are opportunities here for you for something better. We've got the Knight of Wands, which is action. All Knights are action cards. Now, the Knight of Wands is taking action on your passion, on your energy, on that power within you, the assertiveness. I choose happiness. Now, the Knight of Wands can be talking about a romantic relationship that's just all about the fire and the passion, and there's no real substance underneath. And if that was your situation, perhaps you've been dating somebody a while and it all felt it was really good, and then you realize actually it's toxic, it's not for me, and I'm ready to go. That can be your situation, but it doesn't have to be. The Knight of Wands is taking action on your power. I'm taking action, I'm taking my power, and I'm opening up to the opportunities. I'm looking for them and I'm ready to step into them. Give me some advice on this time to go, please, for my air signs. How can we help our air signs? Wheel of Fortune. The time is now. We've all been talking about the 2026 1 year, the fire horse, the freedom, the power, that this is the best year that you can absolutely step into. But that doesn't actually begin until, I think it's the 19th of February, might be the 18th. But it is finishing off in January, that 2025 year of the snake, you know, transitions. What are we ending? What are we letting go of? The end of that 9-year cycle. There might still be a little bit of a hangover for that, for many of you in January, that we're not quite ready to start this 1 year, this fire horse year just yet, because there's a little bit more that we need to finish, something we need to put behind us. So in January, the second half of January, step into that Wheel of Fortune. This is karma, fated, destined, meant to be, perfect timing. They're just giving me work with the new moon, the Capricorn new moon, which I think is the 18th of January, somewhere around there. I'm not an astrologer, you probably know, but this energy as we move towards the end of January is going to start picking up, ready to move into the 1 year, to move into the horse year, okay? And horses symbolize freedom and power. So yes, they were just saying to me, I could hear them saying, tell them to use the new moon. And the moon is coming out here. Use this to manifest and to clear. A full moon is about what we're letting go of, and the new moon is about what we're bringing in. So just use that moon energy. I'm ready to release and I'm ready to step in. I'm ready. I am ready. Okay, that's what I want you to really, really focus on. Let's finish off with an angel message. If you're not sure what's not for you, if nothing feels like, no, everything in my life is right, then good, this message isn't for you, all right? But if there's areas of your life that is feeling restricted, where the happiness feels blocked, it could be to do with your health or your well-being, just focus on that and say, right, what isn't for me? What needs to go? Because once you've identified it and you leave it behind, not for me anymore, you will find your success. This is coming in from the angels. Number 33, it's a master number of expansion and growth and success. And we've got the Three of Wands here, which I said to you is about that growth and expansion. And now we've got the master number of 33. You will absolutely be successful with this. So pin it down, identify it. Who or what is that devil energy? It's not for you anymore. It's time for you to go, and the time is now. Okay? And you will be successful. So, my beautiful people, that's what I have for my air signs for the next couple of weeks, for the second half of January. I'll be back next week with something else. All the elemental readings will be up by the end of the week, okay? Done earth, or doing you now, air, and then there'll be fire and water, all up by the end of the week. So check all your placements, particularly your sun sign and your rising. Those are the most important ones, but you can also check out any placements, particularly if you've got a lot of placements in one sign, even if it's not your sun sign, but you've got your Mars and your Venus and your Mercury somewhere else. Go and have a look at that one as well. It'll help you. All right. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.